What's going on, guys? So today's episode is me taking off the front bar and getting to the air intake snorkel because I want to modify it. I want to cut it to give it a bigger air intake hole at the front and get some delicious horsepower out of it. Probably nothing too intense, nothing you're probably going to notice, but it is all about the mods. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to get set up now and see if I can take the front bar off. So surprise, surprise, never done that before. Should be interesting. I've just been googling how it's done. It doesn't look too hard. There's just a lot of plastic clips and stuff to get off. So I'll set up the tripod, show you guys how it's done. Okay, so I'm just out here getting it set up for taking the front bar off, and I moved it back from where it was. Just moved it back a bit, and I just took the handbrake off and I just wheeled it and didn't take any notice of where the door was in relation to where that beam was, and the door was open. And it smashed into this fucking thing and put a big dirty crease in my door. So be careful. Okay, so the first thing is I need to go to both sides and take out these three. So this front lip that I installed, I just have to take this out, move that aside, get to this one. Do that on both sides. There's one more little clip, or just behind the side indicator, that needs to come out as well. So I'll do that on both sides and then get to all the bolts under the front lip. So now the idea is to remove all of the bolts and clips along here. Okay guys, once all the bolts and clips have been taken out of the top, the side and the underbody, this indicator has to come out. So it actually caused me a bit of grief on the other side, so I thought I'd show you how it's done, because it's not very clear on how exactly you get it out. So once the clip, make sure the clip here is released, pull it from this corner, pull it towards you, and you're going to need to give it a bit of force. Don't worry, you shouldn't break it. And that's it. Then pull it up. Keep pulling it because there's a cable, obviously. Disconnect the cable. Done. Alright guys, so the reason you need to take that indicator out is because there's another plastic clip just here on each side, and that's the last plastic clip you need to take off to get this bumper off. Alright guys, so what I figured out that is, if your car's like mine and it's got these headlight washers, you're going to need to take the cover off, this cover, before you can get the front bar off. So all you need to do is just get in behind there, pull it forward. That's what it's designed to do, don't worry, you're not going to break it. Just grab one corner, you'll see there's two little hooks, little clips here. Just lift one corner, pull it, lift the other corner, and there you go, pulls off, and just let it go back in there, and the bar should come off, no worries. Okay, once you've loosened each corner, it's not going to take much to get it off. I just grab it from the middle. Set it on the ground. You've got the fog light plugs to undo on both sides, and then we can remove it. Actually, no we don't, because this is what I need here. We can leave it like that. This is the snorkel. Just trying to make a statement. Lift the weight off my shoulders. With the birds in the sky is where I'd like to be. Without gravity, I pull us down. Together we on the side of the ground. Alright, there you go. Some mad beers for build cutting action going on. So I've just hacked off that big useless pipe, and now we have that kind of opening. So that's how it will sit at the front, and all the air can come into here. So airflow is all about the surface area as well, so how smooth it is. I'm going to get a file, some sandpaper to smooth off these edges, and get to putting it back in the car. Man. Alright, I've sanded it all up, made it nice and smooth. It's ready to go back in. I'll pop this in here, and we're left with that more direct, sleeker intake. I'm just going to put all this back together, take it for a spin. So now test driving after the mod of the air intake. Sydney's probably not the best place to test it out because there's always fucking traffic. I'm not test driving it to see if I can recognize any more power out of it, because I don't think you can really recognize any more power unless it's like a 10, 13, 15% increase or something. So what I'm test driving it for is just to see if it sounds any better from inside the cab. Sounds pretty much the same to me. All I keep thinking about is that dent in its fucking door. It's like a reminder of your stupidity every time you open it. But the throttle response seems a little bit more sensitive, but I don't know. I'll link the results for the dyno tuner. I seen the power increase with the K&N drop-in air filter, which I have, and the modded Snorkel intake that I've just done. Apparently there was a gain of, I think it was 5 or 6 kilowatts at the wheels, which isn't enough for you to notice it, but it's there. And you know why? Because mods. That's why. Got a tunnel coming up. Everyone loves tunnels. Go, mod complete. It cost nothing. It took about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Most of that was taking off and putting back on the front bar. If you're going to do something like this to your car, I would 100% recommend getting a aftermarket air filter, purely because the one that comes stock is a paper air filter, and if that gets wet it's going to collapse, so worth swapping that out. I got a K&N one from super cheap for about $96 or something, I think it was, so definitely worth doing. The next episode that we're going to be finishing off this Friday is on Greg's Golf, and we're putting a aftermarket exhaust system in there, so it's going to be from the turbo back with a high flow cat and taking out the rear muffler, so that should be pretty cool. If you liked this video, as usual, please subscribe, please comment, and give us a thumbs up if you liked it. Thanks guys, peace out.